Honestly say that I'm not surprised that he sacrificed himself.
Have you ever met someone so entitled they defy all logic and decency? That is exactly what people call the Karen behavior. You're about to watch some of the craziest stories among the lot. In our first video, a Brown Deer police officer found themselves bitten and punched during the arrest of an 18-year-old Karen, Shantarika Johnson, who allegedly threatened a Walmart employee. Can you imagine?
Brown Deer police are releasing the footage of 18-year-old Shantarika Johnson's arrest. She's charged with battery to law enforcement. Police say she punched and bit a Brown Deer police officer during her arrest. According to police reports, officers were called on October 13th.
The department has made public the body cam footage of the incident, which has sparked controversy over the nature of the arrest. Police were called to Walmart on October 13th after an employee expressed concern for their safety. Our Karen and their friend were accused of causing problems at the store earlier. When officers arrived, they offered to let the Karen and her friend leave if they provided their real names for police logs. However, they refused, leading to an epic confrontation. Now, Johnson's mother was vehemently defending her daughter, stating that she was a paying customer at Walmart and was not breaking any laws.
I told her name for them, and they said that they still wanted her fingerprint, and we both declined.
In which world is biting an officer not a crime? She claims that Johnson and her friend called 911 before the arrest because they felt unsafe with the officers present. Johnson's mother, in a statement, asserted that her daughter resisted arrest because she believed it was unlawful. Despite the controversy, court documents reveal that our Karen was indeed uncooperative and refused to provide her full name, leading to her arrest for obstructing. What else was she expecting after resisting arrest so violently? Typical Karen logic. Next, we take you to Joliet, Illinois, where a police officer responded to a call at a local Walgreens, where 29-year-old Samantha Jo Bravado was suspected of shoplifting. As the officer tried to arrest her, Bravado resisted, leading to a physical struggle. Can you guess her next move? Well, she, too, bit the officer.
Surrounded, you are under arrest. Come out with your hands up. The canine is coming, you're gonna get bit.
The body cam footage captures the intense chase as the officer pursued Bravado, who attempted to flee into the woods. Despite repeated commands to stop, Bravado continued to resist, begging the officer to let her go. The situation escalated when Bravado bit the officer, prompting him to warn her of the consequences if she didn't comply. After managing to evade the officer once again, Bravado hid in a thick bush during the rainstorm.
You better sound off right now, get your hands up.
Eventually, a police canine spots Bravado hiding in a bush.
That canine's gonna get here. If he has to come in there, he's gonna bite you to get you out.
As police set up a perimeter and urged her to surrender, Bravado remained defiant, threatening officers and refusing to come out. Eventually, a police canine located Bravado hiding in a bush, and she was taken into custody. Further investigation revealed alleged stolen items in Bravado's possession, including what appeared to be rocks of cocaine. Bravado was arrested and charged with aggravated battery on a peace officer, resisting arrest, possession of a controlled substance, and retail theft. The officer involved in the incident suffered minor injuries and was treated at the scene. Bad luck, Karen. Let's hope she got what she deserved. Here we have Brooke Teague, a typical Southern woman who was simply enjoying a relaxing evening out when she had a run-in with the law. After indulging in a few drinks, which is perfectly acceptable for a young lady of her social standing, she decided to get behind the wheel.
I've never heard that before in Travis style. I appreciate that. Hey, so I'm just stopping you for improper lane use.
Sorry, I was on the phone.
You're on the phone?
I'll be honest.
Okay. Who are you on the phone with?
My baby daddy. I'll show it to you too.
Her swerves on the road quickly caught the attention of a police officer. When pulled over, Brooke greeted the officer with a bright smile and a friendly charm. As if that was going to help, the officer didn't seem very impressed. The officer stated the obvious, that her alcohol consumption had impaired her driving ability. How incredible. And Brooke struggled with the sobriety test exercises demanded by the officer.
Stop laughing because you're making me laugh.
I'm not.
Right, seriously.
I'm giggling. I'm sorry.
This is a serious deal. All right. Okay.
You're smiling. I can't help it.
All right. Stop.
Okay.
Despite her best efforts to politely talk her way out of the escalating situation, Brooke found herself under arrest for driving under the influence. Her vehicle was tossed about during the search. Ouch. That's just what you get when you play the irresponsible one. What was she doing out drinking and driving anyway? Moving on to the next one. It was December 3rd, 2022, and our Karen was on a mission. She decides to defy police barricades as she cruises down streets. She immediately caught the attention of some very vigilant officers who quickly caught up to her in a nearby parking lot.
You guys have made me nervous.
Huh?
You've made me nervous.
I've made you nervous?
Yeah,
Why's that?
because you're fucking accusing me of shit.
I didn't accuse you of anything.
She did.
She's just worried about you.
Okay, don't talk bullshit.
Don't put your hand in my
Don't
face.
talk bullshit to me.
Little did they know, this routine traffic stop was about to become an epic one. As the lead officer, LT Osborne, demanded her ID and explanation, Karen regally declared she was simply meeting friends, oblivious to the restricted zones. But when the cops discovered a 14-month-old child in the back seat, their concerns were raised even higher. Judging Karen's behavior as potentially impaired, the officers dared to investigate further. Karen vehemently denied any influence and raged at the officers like they were fools for wasting her precious time. Tensions escalated as accusations were hurled, with Karen even branding one poor sap a pervert for daring to invade her space.
That's fine, but it's just as standardized, okay?
Sure.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
All right.
Try to keep your head straight if you can. Are you certified to do this?
I am, that's why I'm here. I'm assisting him. You don't have to do these exercises, these are completely voluntary.
I know they are.
So if you don't want to continue, that's fine.
I already know this. I have an attorney.
Okay.
All right. So, would you like to continue?
Yes.
Unleashing her fury, Karen announced her credentials, classic Karen move. She mentions her connections to the Department of Education and Senator Bob Graham himself, but the officers stood their ground, unwisely prioritizing the infant's safety over Karen's demands and claims. When the sobriety tests began, Karen's defiance knew no bounds, and she was more condescending than ever. She scoffed at the officers, dismissing their procedures as absurd and reminding them of their supposed lack of qualifications. In such encounters, the police adhere strictly to their protocols, issuing warnings and documenting any defiance. If the situation escalates into criminal behavior, they take action. Maybe next time, Karen. In this next video, we watch a routine traffic stop devolve into a dramatic one. You can hear the officers give the Karen some instructions, which she kept disobeying. Can you guess what she did next? Karen's defiance escalated as she simply stepped out of the car and walked away.
You're not walking away from the traffic stop. Put your hands behind your back.
Get in.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please go.
Put your hands
Get
behind
your
your back.
hands away
Put your
from
hands
her.
behind your back.
Prompting the officer to chase after her and physically restrain her. Even then, she demanded release from restraints, viewing the officer's actions as a mere inconvenience. Something was clearly off about her behavior.
I did nothing wrong.
Yes, you did.
What did I do wrong? Ow.
Stand up.
Stop. I will.
No, you're not going to walk away from a traffic stop.
As the situation unfolded, Karen's entitled attitude became more apparent. She faced declarations of arrest from the patrol. Yet she continued to urge and resist, refusing to accept the consequences of her actions. The officers, in contrast, were merely doing their job, faced with baseless accusations and unreasonable demands from an individual who believed she was above the law. Clearly, her entitlement knows no bounds.
Okay, so I have to read your Miranda rights now and explain everything, okay? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and have him or her present with you during any and all questioning. You can choose at any time to exercise your rights and not talk to me. Okay, and if you can't afford one will be appointed to you. Do you understand all that?
Despite the officers' efforts to maintain order and enforce the law, Karen's arrogant behavior led to her arrest and further legal troubles. She pretty much dug her own grave with all of that attitude. Her refusal to comply with basic commands and holding on to her own superiority only served to show her disregard for authority. Where did that get her? Well, behind the bars. Check out this next video where women, a typical Karen, is caught red-handed stealing bikes, but instead of admitting her wrongdoing, she tries to play the victim. Can you imagine how full of herself she must be to deny something that is happening as she speaks? So basically, a man's bike mysteriously vanishes. He eventually tracks it down, acting on a tip about the bike's thief's whereabouts. He arrives at the location, and what does he find? His bike was casually parked behind a woman as if it were her own. Well, you're caught red-handed, Karen.
We found her. We found her. You will? We're on public property, man.
I don't care.
That's my bike over there.
Right to videotape
I'm just trying to record the bike.
Quick to react, the man pulls out his phone to record the encounter. A good choice on his part, but Karen goes full-on aggressive. She charges at him, demanding he stop filming. She insists it's private property, so he has no right to record. When the man calmly points out the flaw in her argument, Karen changes her words, now claiming it's actually county property. Stick to one story, Karen. With the camera rolling, the man asks Karen, what's going on with my bike? She brazenly tells him, it's not yours anymore. Yeah, she said not anymore. What does that even mean? If the bike was actually hers, she should have a receipt to prove the ownership, right?
Oh, it's not mine.
County property.
Oh, it's county property now. Really?
Call Ricky. Get the out of my face with your camera phone.
Ricky Bobby?
Ricky Bobby's not coming to help you. Oh.
You're in Manatee County.
I am? Really?
Yep.
So that's not my bike. That you didn't take that from my house.
Not anymore.
Oh, anymore? You got a bill of sale? Do you have a bill of sale? Do you have a bill of sale?
Because you just tried to hit me with your...
Our biker thought the same. Undeterred, the man requests to see a bill of sale proving she legitimately purchased the bike. Naturally, Karen can't produce one because she stole it. Here's where she starts making dumb choices. She offers to retrieve her bike and return the man's in the process, but the man isn't fooled. He informs her that he'll follow her to ensure she doesn't try any more deceitful maneuvers. Karen's response, she refuses, claiming he might run her over with his car. Yeah, right. As it turns out, the man's bike wasn't the only one snatched up by this thief. Other victims discovered their bikes had been swapped out with badly spray-painted replacements. And when they confronted Karen with this damning evidence, her reaction was very typical Karen. She actually argued that the stolen bikes now belong to the county. And that's the end of today's video. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Thanks for watching. Until next time.